Hello. Hopefully, for some reason, when I start a space, it sounds like I'm underwater for like the first minute or so. Hopefully, it's not doing that right now. But this is going to be, and it has to be, an extremely short space, like a couple minutes long. But it's a serious space. I'm not there. Unfortunately, there will be no dragging tonight. This is, to me, a serious matter, and I am going to be reporting this to the proper authorities. I hope that other people do the same, especially in the environment that we all live in now. It's something that should be taken seriously. We all get on here from day to day and you think you know people, even our enemies. You think you might know them, but this is just what Judy has done, what Coffee Queen has done, is usually what is seen before bad things have happened in our country. Despicable, horrible, heartbreaking things. So,
and this is a warning sign.
Yeah, and this is, to us, to me, this is a warning sign. This is something that
I'm taken seriously.
Yeah, and it's to be taken seriously. People can dismiss, oh well, that's just Judy. We know her as a manic, psychopath, basically. But the thing is that in this country, mass shootings, school shootings, usually always people they always usually, especially through social media, all of us have seen that there's usually warning signs or something. They always usually post something before they actually commit that heinous crime. And it's only till after that the heinous crime has been committed where people then go back to the social media and they see it. And it's like, oh my gosh, there's the warning sign. And, the way that I feel about it is, I'm sure that the people, that have, throughout this country and so often that have committed these heinous crimes, they had people that they thought knew them too, so they would come across social media posts and dismiss it and not report it, thinking, oh, they're not capable of this. Oh, they could never do that. And then it's only till after it happens that they live with the guilt and feel like, that they should have reported it because it was right in front of their face. And I feel personally that this is right in front of my face, and I don't, everybody else, you can, make your own judgments. But like I said, in the conditions that we live in now, it's not just men that are doing these heinous crimes, it's women. We've seen it. We've all seen it. And I just, with Judy's behavior, as it's progressively gotten worse, she's obviously capable of lying. She's capable of stalking. She's capable of harassing. We all witnessed that last night. I'm not quite sure if this woman, and that's why my conscience is telling me, this woman it could have been, she could have gone over the edge, is what I'm saying. Because I'm looking at this and I'm reading this, and I just can't see the reasoning behind this. And I put it up in the nest here, but like I said, stand on the outside of this post and then take a look at it. Not that, we've seen Judy here and there and all this. I'm saying just like you would the other people that have done horrific, school shootings, mass shootings, things like that, especially involving kids. Read it from that angle, and y'all tell me if it's not concerning, and if it's not to you, then, that's up to you. But I'm just telling y'all that it is to me, because this is not normal. It's not something that a person would do that, to me, is sane and in their right mind. And I'm going to read it, and I'm going to, obviously it's up there in the nest for you to see it, but this is from Judy. In her account, everybody knows the one that she's been going live from and posting from. It says, her name is Parody Co-host, and the picture's up there. But she actually takes a picture, right, or has a picture taken of her holding a firearm, okay, and it appears to be a 22, and it appears to be a 22 with a little 10-round on it. And she's holding it in an assault stance, right? And above it, it says, getting a little more shooting in this morning with sunglasses, right? With a little sunglass face. And then below it, she says, with emojis there, three emojis, three laughing faces. Then she says, this is what kids need today. This is what kids need today. That's not normal. Like, she didn't say...
I take that as a threat to shoot up children.
I mean, how else, even like giving her behavior lately, I can't even see a rhyme or reason in that. It's almost like, to me, the same shit that you see, the same stuff that people see right before. It's always, there's a social media post where they're posting a weapon, holding a weapon. They're posting something about, what they plan on doing, or something, on who. But it plainly says, like, I mean, read it again. She's a picture of herself holding a firearm in an assault stance, right? Like, we're ready to use the weapon. And then she says in there, this is what kids need today. Like, why would kids need that today? Can anybody explain that to me? Does that make any sense? Is that not something that I feel like needs to be turned in? I mean, if nothing else, because I sure as shit don't want to sit around here. And now after seeing that, because like we've been doing things today, I haven't been around, and I was shown that, and it's an eerie feeling, especially given her behavior here lately. I mean, she's always been Judy, and I'm trying to be as serious as I possibly can, because if I take myself out of it, people, you think people, we don't know her. We know what she's capable of in other ways of breaking the law. We've seen it. We've seen her do it.
And stalking.
We've seen her
stalking children.
Stalking children. I mean, you take as far as the kid things go, right? I mean, look at even off of social media. That was what, she's going after people's families at city council meetings. The first thing she does when she gets angry is start going after kids. I mean, that's just some type of thing with her when she gets in her manic or whatever kind of psychosis I believe that she gets in. But I mean, I'm literally looking at a photo with her holding a firearm in a ready to shoot position with her finger on the trigger that says, getting a little more shooting in this morning. And then below it, it says, this is what kids need today. With that photo. There is no logical explanation, or to me, no sane individual would put those two things in the same post. She had just made a post where she said, getting some more shooting in today. Well, okay, people own firearms, people, practice with firearms, no big deal. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you, in the environment that we live in today, and when you say that this is what kids need today while you're holding and fixing to fire a firearm, how else am I supposed to take that? How else is anybody supposed to take that? Considering, like I said, that every single time a horrific shooting event happens in this country, there's usually always some type of social media post giving off hints before it happens, and people dismiss it every single time. It's right out there in everybody's face, and I guess the people that follow the people, they're just messing around the internet. They're just playing around, or they did not, trying to make excuses for that. They
just had that happen in Texas at a shopping mall.
Yes, they sure did.
Took out an entire family with children.
And he made social media posts, and right now, we're even seeing where females are going out and doing this stuff. And I can't think of a reason why this woman that we all know, on here what she's capable of, why she would be doing this. Holding a firearm in a shooting position with her finger on the trigger, saying that she's getting more shooting in, and now she's saying this is what kids need today. What do they need? I mean, I take that as, are you saying that kids need to be shot today? I mean, what other excuse could you be? Kids need to be shooting guns today? Like what? I mean, there's no way to rationalize that.
But she's targeting and pointing it.
She's pointing
and practicing. So she's aiming.
That's on.
I take it as her stance is the threat to children, that's what they need today. That she is ready to go shoot up children today.
Right, because at the top of her post, she's saying she's getting more shooting in today, which means I would take that, any gun owner would take that as that you're getting more practicing,
That's
practicing your
firearm. With her behavior of what we've seen online with stalking children, especially she has stalked our children, but many children. She's gathered and collected children's photos over the years. She's done all kinds of heinous things and crimes towards children. So it's very concerning. And she's making that post where she says, this is what kids need today.
So I'm just, I'm making this public post because I just feel like that, I'm not trying to, if you read that, right, and you think that, you can dismiss it. I'm not here to judge how another person views that, but I think that it's only my responsibility from how I view that. It has nothing to do, like I said, if that would have been just Judy up there, holding a firearm, in a firearm stance, a shooting stance, and just said getting some shooting in, well, I would have dismissed it as her, practicing with her firearm, as just about everybody that ever owned a firearm does, right? You practice with your firearm. But when something hits me in my brain and in my conscience, where when I see this is what kids need today while you're doing that, that's my duty and that's my responsibility. And
she's laughing because that's not funny.
Right. I mean, there's nothing funny. To me, I don't find that post funny at all. I mean, even in the slightest do I find that post amusing, or even a person that would think that would be amusing to say that. And so it's my responsibility to turn that in to the proper authorities, which I will do. It has nothing to do with of me not liking her, but it does have a lot to do with, I know what her behaviors, to me, I take that as a warning sign, like I've seen before in this country, that other people that saw it dismissed. So, and the reason why I'm saying it public and not just going ahead and doing it, that I think enough attention needs to be brought to it where you, yourself, whoever you are,
protect your children.
Yeah, and whoever you are, you view it, and then if in your mind, your conscience tells you to dismiss it, well, just dismiss it. But if you view it the same way that I did, at least if I say it public, at least draws attention to it. I'm not going to be tweeting anymore tonight. I mean, in case, so the recording, right, this is a recorded space. And those of you that aren't in here, you're not going to see the pinned tweet. But I mean, I'm serious enough about this that I will not be tweeting anymore tonight. I'm not going to pin this tweet to my wall because in fear of maybe her or other people reporting it or whatever to get, but I will, this will be the last tweet that I make tonight. So it will be, if you watch this recording and you click on my bubble or you're on my page, the tweet that I'm speaking of will be the very first tweet that you see
on Skylantis.
On Skylantis, and as well, I'm going to make it the very first post that you see on this page that you're watching this video on, and it will stay there. So you can make your own judgments. To me, I believe because I don't know where she lives. I don't, I'm not
we don't
sure.
Care.
I don't care. It's not my business. But I'm pretty sure that she doesn't live in my state.
Which is, thank God.
So the only option that I can do
our children will be safe.
The only option that I can do is contact the national line for the FBI, because they handle, all across the United States, and then they can do with it what they want.
Threats and crimes against children.
Right. I don't know where else to send it.
They take those very seriously.
And people can think that I'm harassing. You can think that I'm, poking. that's just not, to me, that's not something that you put on a social media site. It's almost, just because she's a female. I've seen not too long ago where a female did a lot of damage to a lot of innocent kids, and it was fucking heartbreaking. And so when I see that, I'm going to report it, and people can judge me how you want, but at least I did what I felt like is the right thing, and I'm going to leave it up to each one of you.
I can investigate.
You can feel about it how you want, but I don't. You don't have to come up here and talk about it at any point. You just either you do or you don't, and I won't be asking anybody about whether you do or you don't. But at least if it's public, you can view it for yourself and make your own judgments on it. So with that said, I'm going to end tonight. I will reiterate one more time that this will be the first tweet. I'm not sure if I have a pinned tweet on this. Can you see on my account? Because I want them to know
it'll be at the top.
It'll be at the top. There won't be another tweet tonight from this
so it can be
page.
Found.
So it can be found, so people can view it themselves on this page.
You have to click on the picture to open it up to view the comment below.
Yeah, you have to click. You
can see what we're talking about. So, where she underneath the photo. Open the picture all the way up on the tweet, and you'll see where she puts 3 laughy face, and then she said, "This is what kids need today."
Yes, so because we screenshot it, because I don't know, if this person is going to get word of this and remove it from her page. But so it is a screenshot. So like my wife just said, that you need to go to that post. You'll see the photo there, but you actually need to click the photo of the screenshot, and then you can see that what her comment was there at the bottom, and you can make your own decision from there. But I'm just telling you what I'm going to do, because I don't play with that type of stuff. I don't, even if there's a 0.5% chance that this is a warning sign that could have been prevented before an innocent child, one more innocent child got hurt in this country from that, right? It's my duty to do it. And this is not about gun. I believe in everybody being able to have a gun. This has nothing to do with me hating guns, gun rights. I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment. Always will be.
Well, we own guns ourselves, but we've never threatened children.
So this is not some type of hit piece against gun or for gun control or none of that. But this right here is just not okay to me. So I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all have a great night, and we'll holler at you later. Bye.
Bye.